Speaking of friendships maybe being over, Rebecca, our social media director here, snapped at a friend, and she's wondering, were you being sensitive? Was your friend being sensitive?
Yeah, I had a friend basically ruin a party I hosted this weekend because she asked a very awkward question. But I need you guys to tell me who's really at fault here and who was the a-hole. So I host an annual Galentine's every year, which in my opinion is better and more important than Valentine's Day. Not because I'm single, for other reasons. But I have a lot of girls come over. We eat snacks. We gossip. We drink giggle juice, which is really good. Look up that recipe.
What is
Giggle juice?
It is vodka, Moscato, pink lemonade, and Sprite.
Oh, that's sweet.
And it makes you giggle.
Okay.
All right.
And it makes you super hungover the next day.
For
Yes.
2 days straight.
Yeah.
I make basically a pot of it. So I need help, and I had friends come over, and they helped me out with the party. And actually, I did their makeup, and everyone was changing into their clothes, and we were going to have a good time. But I had a close friend who changed into her outfit for Galentine's, and she came up to me, and she asked me a question that she had asked me before. She asked me, do I look fat in this? And she asked me specifically. And some backstory, this is not the first time she's asked me this. She's asked me this multiple times in our friendship. And before I roll my eyes, I say, no, you don't look fat, because objectively, she's a really skinny person. You're wearing like a size 0 jeans, you don't have any fat on your body.
Okay.
So I understand that, your body image is relative, of course. But the last time that she asked me this, I said, please stop asking me this. I'm a fat person. When you come to me and you're saying, do I look fat? And it's like a negative thing for you. What are you saying about me? To me, you're enforcing something.
That fat is bad.
Exactly. And not, oh God, this is so dramatic. But to me, that just enforces something I already know, which is that one of your worst fears is that you might look like me. And that really hurts me. Back then, I thought she accepted that message. Fast forward to Galentine's, she asks me again, do I look fat? And I just had it.
Oh, no.
I couldn't take it anymore. And I snapped. It was just her and I alone in the room. And I said, yes, you look fat. And she did not take it well. She asked, she was shocked. She was like, do I really? And I doubled down. I said, yes, you look fat. And she said nothing.
I bet.
She just left the room. And for the rest of Galentine's, she said nothing to me. And we haven't spoken since.
So she was really just looking for positive reinforcement.
Yes.
It sounds like she is compliment fishing, is what she's doing.
I guess she's asking, does this look flattering?
Yeah.
Which I would answer that. Sure.
And I look good on me.
Exactly. And I told her, I don't even care if you ask other people, does this make me look fat? Ask a skinny girl. I was going to say something else.
Gotta throw out that B word.
See, but it's a delicate balance, because maybe she's dealing with body dysmorphia.
Yeah. I tried to take that into account, but it's just like, how much can I shoulder? Because in my eyes, and maybe this is just a me problem, you're insulting me. You're making me feel bad. Just, you got to figure that out on yourself.
Have you had this conversation with her before, and this was sort of the last straw?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
so she knows.
She knew. I thought she knew.
Huh?
Yeah, especially that last conversation you had when Rebecca specifically asked her, don't ask me this question again.
Right.
Yes.
This is how it makes me feel when you ask me this question. If you have to ask somebody else. And the fact that she asked again.
Did you give her reasoning initially, why you don't like that question towards
I
you?
did.
You did.
I
So she
said,
knew what's up.
Yeah. It makes me uncomfortable. It feels like you're insulting me. I am a fat woman. If you're coming to me asking, do I look fat? As that's bad. What do you think about me?
Right.
And the fact that she was only asking you, because you said for whatever reason she wouldn't ask anyone else. So
Yeah, what am I, the fat ambassador? I'm not inviting you to an exclusive club.
Is she closer to you than anybody else in that whole group? Is that maybe why she keeps going to you?
I would consider her a very, very good friend, but I know that she has mutual friends that she is just as close with who are skinny and would answer her to her heart's desire.
Yeah.
It's this, I've been in similar situations, Rebecca, and I haven't drawn boundaries like you have, and mad props for doing that. But it is when you say your worst fear is looking like me, like that hits home. And you hear that all the time when you're the heavy friend surrounded by friends who aren't heavy. And they're like, oh my God, I look so fat right now. Like, it's always commentary on your body without being commentary on your body. Like, could you imagine if like I was hanging out with Kristen and I was like, oh my God, does this make me look too blonde? And blonde was a bad thing. And Kristen's blonde. And so she would have to sit here and hear me be like, I don't want to look blonde. I can't look blonde in public. And she's like, hello, I'm blonde. And like fat people go through this all the time. It's these little comments, and how you feel about your own body is very legitimate, but you still have thin privilege. Like, that is still a thing. And so when you sit there as a thin person talking about how, oh my God, I can't look fat, to a fat person, you're an a-hole. That's hands down. I'm sorry about your friend. That's an a-hole move, especially when you've drawn the boundary nicely.
So I hope you've learned a lesson here also, Mo. Don't ask me if this hoodie makes you look short, because that's an insult to me.
I would never do such.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Totally makes sense, man. Your friend's the a-hole, huh?
I get to sit
At
in my
least in this
fat
case.
righteousness.
Enjoy it.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcast.